right, Matrixx and Rhodes show supporters. Well, this is going to be certainly a grimmer video than we're used to making on this channel, but I certainly believe it's worth making, and considering I'm in Texas, this sends a shiver of fear down my spine for my friends, my family. We're much closer to the border than somebody like Rachel Morin was, who tragically was slain by, you guessed it, an illegal immigrant. And now we have a Harford sheriff. He is coming out and he absolutely scorches Joe Biden over open borders. And the scariest part about this scenario is not only what happened to her, this is the second victim. All right? From an illegal alien in the same county. Think about that. They're 1,800 miles away from the border. I mean, if you're in a place like Texas or Arizona or California, man, you better be keeping your head on a swivel, as should the rest of your family. Particularly me, like living out in rural Texas, there's all kinds of folks that move out to the country so they're not found. That's common. I kid you not. Let's take a look at this, and we will play the video of the sheriff absolutely crushing Joe Biden. So an illegal migrant from El Salvador is responsible for the murder of Rachel Morin, a Maryland mother of 5, police announced. Now, that's her right there. I mean, a really beautiful woman heinously slayed. It looks like she just went for a run in a park. Never made it back. It's awful. In a press conference on Saturday, Harford County Sheriff Jeffrey Gahler said that Victor Martinez Hernandez was arrested late Friday and booked on Saturday morning. Get this, folks. He killed someone in El Salvador and fled to the United States. Jesus. I mean, look, there was a time when the murderers were trying to get out of the United States, not try to hide in it. This is what Biden did, folks. 5 hours after meeting with Morin's family just before midnight our time, police in Tulsa, Oklahoma, assisted by federal partners, located and arrested Rachel's murderer, Victor Antonio Martinez Hernandez. He was charged with first-degree murder and first-degree rape. Jesus God. There's the scumbag right there. Can you just flat execute illegals, or is there some other process I don't know about? I don't know. This happened in Maryland, so I don't know if they have the death sentence or not. But he should jump to the front of the line. A 23-year-old migrant illegally crossed in the United States February of 2023, police announced. We all suspected that Rachel was not his first victim. It is my understanding that this suspect, this monster, fled to the United States illegally after committing a brutal murder of a young woman in El Salvador a month earlier, January of 2023. Gahler said that their first DNA match for Martinez Hernandez was from a Los Angeles attack in March of 2023. That's crazy. He was part of a home invasion in L.A. Folks, I mean, seriously, this is the victim right here. That's her boyfriend. That's her. The sheriff turned his attention to the crisis at the southern border, directing his remarks to the White House and to both members of Congress. Let's do it.
Rachel was not his first victim. And it's my understanding that this suspect, this monster, fled to the United States illegally after committing the brutal murder of a young woman in El Salvador a month early in January of 2023. Once in our country, and likely emboldened by his anonymity, he brutally attacked a 9-year-old girl and her mother during a home invasion in March of 2023 in Los Angeles. And as everyone I believe is aware, that was our first DNA match linking Rachel's case to the Los Angeles case. It has been a fear of mine that once we identified this suspect, the result would be exactly this. And I want to now direct these comments to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue and to every member in both chambers of Congress. We are 1,800 miles away here in Harford County. We are 1,800 miles away from the southern border, and the American citizens are not safe because of failed immigration policies. This is the second time in just 2 years that an innocent Harford County woman has lost her life to a criminal in our country illegally. Let me repeat that. 1,800 miles from the southern border, and this is the second woman in our county to be killed by an illegal alien. Suspects, in both cases, they are suspects from El Salvador with ties to criminal gangs. Should not be happening. Victor Hernandez did not come here to make a better life for himself or for his family. He came here to escape the crime he committed in El Salvador. He came here and murdered Rachel, and God willing, no one else. But that should have never been allowed to happen.
Never should have transpired. Guys shouldn't have been in this country at all. Your border policy is a joke, and what you're doing on the border is a joke when the criminals are fleeing to the United States to hide out. Seriously. Harford County, 1,800 miles from the border with just 250,000 residents total. 2 women killed by illegals in 2 years. Let that sink in. That's at End Wokeness, a good follow. Gunther Eagleman, this shit doesn't have to keep happening. Close the border and deport every one of them. More people need to stand up to the Biden regime. When is this shit going to stop? Welcome to the United States. It's been 0 days since an American has been killed by an illegal alien. There, I cleaned it up for him. Illegal alien. Just say it. Quit with this immigrant crap. I mean, the politically correct crap is getting Americans murdered. Let's just be honest. Good to see a sheriff speak up and call it what is happening in the country. Maybe 100 sheriffs should speak up and hold a press conference to awaken America. The media won't report on it. Somebody has to. Yeah, guys, really, it's your sheriffs that are your allies because they're elected officials put into office. Biden is to blame. There it is right there. Let's just show it. Blood on your hands. And a ton of it. Failed exit from Afghanistan is another situation. Here's one right here. Undocumented migrant arrested in Florida for assaulting an 11-year-old girl. And you see that word right there I didn't read out loud. Yeah, throw this guy in the clink. Merrick Garland. It's pure evil. I mean, it's sad. There's no other way to look at it. Wow. Yeah, I wanted to do a video on this. I absolutely cannot believe what's going on. Trump said just the other day in his speech, by the way, that the moment he is literally takes the oath of office, boom, he will seal and close the border and end the invasion. He said as soon as his hand lifts off the Bible, that border's closed. It's a wrap. And then we got to get all these folks the hell out of the country. That's going to be a mess that's going to last for years. Trying to track down how many millions at this point? And you will never convince me that part of this isn't to figure out a way to get these people to vote. How do you fix an election? Let a bunch of Democrats flood across the border. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.